All right. So, as two guys from the Motor City-ish area, we are both going to SummerSlam. Hopefully, hopefully we're both going to SummerSlam.
We'll be there. we gonna be there. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that.
We decided to do an impromptu SummerSlam prediction show. So let's go ahead and get it rolling. SummerSlam goes on this Saturday, August the 5th, right here from Ford Field. I got my tickets. You got your tickets? So let's go ahead and break down.
Don't worry about that. Don't you worry about me. Don't you worry about me.
So let's go ahead and break down the matches that have been announced. We've been through Monday Night Raw already. SmackDown, as we record this, SmackDown has not been aired. But I don't think they should add any more matches to this card. From SmackDown, we already seen them bump Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus for 2 weeks from last Monday. So they're gonna have their match in Canada. Becky versus
Trish. Is that official?
That's official. They made that official on Raw in Canada. It's Becky versus Trish. So this is their blow off kind of thing. They've been kind of doing this too lately. Like they have these kind of mid-tier rivalries that get blown off on regular TV, like most of Karrion Kross's rivalries get blown off on the SmackDown before a premium live event or something like that. So
I'm on the side that they need to send Karrion Kross either back to NXT or they just cut him.
Oof, future endeavor. You coming out?
I got nothing for you. Creative has it. It doesn't work, but that's not why we're here. So I'll get into that at another time.
Yeah, I was on Twitter and somebody was asking what should do with Karrion Kross, and I said future endeavor. It's just, but I hear he's a wonderful guy. He's a great guy in the backstage. He's not a problem. He's a Triple H guy. So I don't see him getting fired anytime soon.
It doesn't work. You know who else is a Triple H guy?
Who?
Big Bronson Jonah Reed.
First of all, I like Bronson Reed.
Why?
I don't know why. I don't know why.
He gets
I fuck with the monkey paw.
You fuck with this. This got you. This is what you put all your chips into. Then your ass needs to be fired too. This is absolutely ridiculous. That's what we pay creative at least $50,000 for. Is this?
I like Bronson.
Hey man, Big Bronson, this is what I need you to do, brother. I need you to go out there. Hey, I'm gonna be for real. Hear me out on this one. This is what
don't listen. Give them some time. They don't have a super heavyweight. I remember we had this argument years ago when they brought back Braun Strowman. I said they need a super heavyweight. They don't need a super heavyweight. You need a super heavyweight somewhere in the mix. Like you got all these little guys, you got all these flippy guys, you got all these technicians. You need a super heavyweight somewhere in the ring. And right now,
but okay.
Tsunami. He's not over. I give it to you. He's not over at all. But.
No, and that I actually think that's him. I don't even think that's creative. Like his personality is dead. He has like the moveset is not there. I do like the flip of the script when he kind of has like the suit thing and kind of comes out as the monster thing. It just seems like something that's just not working for him. I don't like it. I ain't got nothing against him until that Karrion Kross point, not to jump back into this. Yeah, he is a Triple H guy, and people love him backstage. I see videos of people loving him. He seems like a great person. Maybe we need to alter the gimmick. Maybe it's not working.
TikTok. All right.
Goddamn clock is this is where it's just a fucking.
I mean, Ray's been on the clock. Who else been on the clock? Right now, AJ Styles is on the clock. Shinsuke's been on the clock. Ain't nobody got. The
clock just keep on ticking. Like, there's nothing there. The clock
The clock ain't ran out on nobody.
Time waits for no man. Carry across. The clock don't keep on ticking. You
TikTok.
are not Chronos. You are not the god of time. Nobody. I think honestly, I think there's something there with him, but we may need to possibly go for a repackage. I do think there's something there. I do. I will repackage him. You hear that too?
Yeah. Is it a cat?
I got a lot of animals over here, brother. I don't know. I got a lot of animals.
I digress. All right. So, speaking about a guy who's had his career resurrected by Triple H and current booking, we get to the SummerSlam card. A guy, Ricochet. He was hot, and then he wasn't, and then he came back, and then he was gone again. Then they brought him back. Then he was Intercontinental Champion. Then they took that away, and then he won the World Cup, and then that didn't matter.
He's a hard guy to write for. I really, off the top of my head, just completely 100% off the top of my head, I don't remember him having a lot of meaningful things until like Triple H's era really started. Like I remember the Braun Strowman stuff, and I remember the single stuff, even though that's like months recent. But like this right here, right now, is the most important stuff he's ever done. He's highlighted. And I'm remembering him. I always will know who he is, but like I don't remember solo programs, especially centered around him. Like this is a big deal. He's not walking out of there with a W, but this is a big deal. And that's okay. That's okay.
That's okay. That's okay. I mean, he's got good music, great entrance. He's great ring work, decent on the mic that we're finding out, right? He's decent on the mic. Him and Logan Paul had a nice back and forth. I like the Logan Paul. I like him bringing in his girlfriend into it. He was like, "Your girlfriend gonna say my name."
Done.
He said she gonna say my name at the end of the match. I like that.
I like that, but I hope they stick with that and that it like don't ever bring in outside relationships, especially if one is not a wrestler. I don't think it works. You understand what I'm saying? It's one thing if it's Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins or whoever's dating whoever, but I don't like. Gotcha. It doesn't work for them, but I think it works in this because this is as personal as it's going to get, and they're going to put on. I'm going to give this match.
You got to make people care about it, right? Because at this point, their only interaction was the Royal Rumble spot. Yeah. And now you got to figure out, like, where did this rivalry come from? So it came from jealousy from Ricochet saying Logan Paul doesn't deserve, the things that he's gotten. Logan Paul responds. So they had to figure out a way to make us give a crap about Logan Paul versus Ricochet.
And it's not a bad angle to go with. I like it for Ricochet because Ricochet is one of those guys who's kind of worked their way up from the bottom. Logan Paul is not one of those guys who's worked their way up from the bottom, but goddamn, man, it seems like he has one of those guys who's worked their way up from the bottom because he hands down might be the best celebrity wrestler we have ever seen. I almost gave that to Bad Bunny. He is right there, but Logan Paul can wrestle. I never thought I'd say that. He can go.
Yeah, with his size and height, he can definitely chain wrestle. We saw that with Seth Rollins. He's just not a guy that just puts on great spots. He actually put on a decent match. And for me, I think this match is probably going first. It's been speculated because his brother fights on the same day. And maybe he just wants to get his match done, then he can charter a flight to wherever his brothers is fighting, try to get there. So everybody's speculating that this match is going to go on first.
Yeah, apparently that's been the thing even before this rivalry was even placed. Like Logan Paul he wanted to be the first on the card. I don't know. I mean, he wanted to be first before I even found out that his brother and him were fighting on the same day, which is kind of cool as brothers. But I have no problem with this opening. It's going to be
who goes over?
Who goes over? Logan Paul goes over. He definitely has to go over. I don't see Logan Paul losing again another major match. However, I do see to preserve the integrity of Ricochet here. I think Logan Paul goes over, but he doesn't go over cleanly. I think he's going to have some help. I think he's going to cheat. It's not going to be a clean 1, 2, 3.
All right, so a dirty
And this
dub
might,
on Logan Paul.
yeah, I actually would not be surprised if this takes place again at another major premium live event.
Oh no, I think this is a one-off.
I don't think it's a one-off.
It's got to be a one-off, man.
I really don't, bro. I think it's going to be a cool down, but I think it's going to come back.
I do agree with you that that Logan will go over. He's lost too many matches in a row.
Yeah.
For him not to get a dub. I mean, he performed well against Roman. He performed well against Seth.
Really well.
Good showing at the Royal Rumble. So I think you got to reward him with a dub. A win or loss doesn't help Ricochet at all. I mean, not hurt. It doesn't hurt him. It doesn't hurt Ricochet
not at all.
whether he wins or loses. Because he's mid-card. He's going to stay mid-card. It's just kind of like he's not somebody that we see going here. It's just, hey, just put on a great match for the fans.
I think it's going to elevate his mid-card status. I mean, there are, even though mid-card is mid, I look at mid-card as 3 levels of mid. He's on the upper levels of mid-card. I mean, he is
3 levels of mid.
There's a lower tier of mid, there's a mid tier of mid, and there's an upper level, a upper echelon, if you will, of mid-cards.
Okay.
They all cannot be. Everyone can't be a main event, and everyone can't be a jobber. For the most part, they're all, unless you are Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, who else?
If I can't make you a championship contender in a month build-up and make it believable, then you're a mid-card.
Yeah, I can see that. You won't hear any pushback from that.
So I would say Logan Paul would be your upper tier mid-carder because they made him into a main eventer for the Dubai match.
No, I would call Logan Paul is a superstar, a legit superstar outside of this company. And I know it should not cross, but it does. That's the reason why they brought Logan Paul in.
So you're not putting him in no tier?
Actually, no, I don't.
You still look at him as an outside guy?
I do, actually. I understand he is signed and he is a wrestler, and I've seen it, but he is one of the greatest social media personalities of all time. Like I can't take that away from him and his brother. I can't. If I know who you were before you did anything here, I know that's something. Like, I'm not watching his videos. I've never seen a Logan Paul or Logan, whatever the hell, the Paul brother video. But I know what he has done prior with the boxing, with his drinks. He is a legit superstar. More people probably know Logan Paul before they know Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I mean, demographic. Yeah,
it's a different demographic. Logan Paul, he's kind of in his own thing, but I consider him superstar worthy because of that. I mean, brother had 2 matches before he got an opportunity to fight for the Universal World Heavyweight Championship, and that's a big deal. Only superstars can do stuff like that.
All right, so we both got Paul going over. You got him going over dirty. I'm not sure I want to commit to that quite yet because I don't know if Logan Paul has totally embraced being a heel. I think he's just being himself. Because if you watch his interviews, he's really bummed that people actually don't like him unless he's playing a job for us. But, like, I don't think he's ever gone full heel yet. Like, he hasn't done any dirty moves, no dirty tactics, no holding the tights. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was the KSI water bottle thing, whatever, but he's never trended towards a heel. So I don't know.
No, I mean it's just I mean he's just one of those people that people just love to hate. I mean
It's definitely a way to make Ricochet look better for losing, I guess.
yeah. I have him going over dirty with the dirty win, but I also forgot about that one lucky punch thing, and that's his finisher. I mean that's what he hit who Nate Robinson with. I get
Dang,
it.
Ricochet gonna get knocked out in front of his fiance. Ain't that a beat?
And okay, let's say that happens and that happens clean. That also leads me to believe that this is unfinished.
I like it. All right, next up, we got the SummerSlam Battle Royal. Now we talking about the mid card Battle Royal. You understand me? So pictured here, we got Otis, Ciampa, LA Knight, Sheamus, Nakamura, Chad Gable. Sure, there'll be a bunch of other lower tier, mid card people in there.
Mm-hmm.
They've been doing this a lot, throwing these battle royals in here.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to SummerSlam to recognize my tribal chief and all that.
Sure.
But
as you should.
All I want to hear.
What's everybody saying? L.A. Knight.
I'm gonna be pop. I'm gonna be butter popcorn when that music come off. I'm a pop. That's what I want to hear. That's the song I want to listen to. That's the guy I want to see walk down the ramp. I'm in the community. And he's been so close. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. He's been so close. I understand the booking. You know, I get it. They didn't expect him to pop off so fast. So he's now there trying to write stuff for him. But if you don't win this, bro, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed.
I'll be totally fine if he doesn't win. I foresaw this LA Knight parade of people jumping on his bandwagon well before it even happened. Well before it ever happened. I've been teaching a good word of what LA Knight has done. He has it. One of the main things that they were worried about with Mr. Knight here was the fact that he is 40. And he thought he was too old, so they're moving into a supermodel. But if you look at everything that he has done from NXT all the way down to Impact, he does have it. He is a walking version of the 90s era, and I do see some similarities between The Rock and Stone Cold and that, and I'm totally okay with that. I don't think it's completely jockeying. I won't call it copying, but I do see it there. I don't care if he wins this match or not because this is the mid card war. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, just looking at these images right here, you got lower tier, mid tier, and the upper echelon, a higher tier. I will call Sheamus in the upper echelon of a higher tier. Maybe mid right now. Sheamus can flop back and forth because he gets reached that status. He's been there for over 10 years. Ciampa is definitely mid card. Otis is definitely mid card. Shinsuke at one point was. He never hit superstar status even with the championship, but I think he's mid right now. But
he was main event. He was main event for when he first got here.
Yeah, when he first got here, I mean, when they brought him up, especially when they brought him up from NXT, I mean, he has a career. He is definitely superstar status outside of this company, but like WWE is really, I don't want to say it's oversaturated with stars, but like it kind of is. So. If LA Knight does not win this battle royal, I don't care. This does nothing for his stock in any way, shape, or form. The rumor is there's going to be a push for him coming, and that's exactly what I want. I do not want any kind of instantaneous catapulted, rocketed to the top with LA Knight. That's why I was okay if he didn't win the Money in the Bank. That's why I'm okay if he don't get any stuff like this. It does not matter. He needs to have a meaningful rivalry. You understand me? He needs to have meaningful rivalry, meaningful matches. He needs to tell stories. We have not seen that from him. He can talk. He can get the crowd rowdy. He has the moves. He has everything. But now it needs to make sense. So this doesn't mean anything. Actually, I got a little bit of an attitude that he is in this damn crap ass SummerSlam Battle Royal match presented by Slim Jim. I couldn't care less. I really couldn't care less. He just needs to be there, say something on the mic, and I'll be totally fine. Like, he is superstar status. Get him out of this match.
Well, first it was Mountain Dew Dark or Pitch Black. Now he in a Slim Jim Battle Royal. Any other sponsored event we can get LA Knight here?
The 7-Eleven boiler room match. I mean, goddamn, man. I mean, get this brother out of the damn convenience stores. Put him in meaningful matches, programs with people who matter.
Yeah, he hasn't had, like I said, he had the 2-week run with the Street Profits. Now he's having this 2-week run against Hit Row. He's been put in tournaments for the United States Championship. He's had a back and forth with Sheamus. I think him and Sheamus actually fight this Friday. So, like, nothing sustainable, as you say. He's put in a hard spot, being Bray Wyatt's first opponent back. As we see, Bray Wyatt has not been back. That match was not great, but the premise wasn't great. A dark, pitch black, Mountain Dew dark match with Bray Wyatt returning with Uncle Howdy and a bunch of stupid crap that happened. And, he made the best that he could with it.
Can we take a minor detour here and go to Bray Wyatt? I'm sick of the shit.
I'm done here.
I'm sick of the shit. Why do we as a wrestling community advocate for Bray Wyatt so hard? We've given him pass after pass. If this was anybody else, we have not done this. I understand the creativity, I understand the Eater of Worlds, I understand everything that he's done, from the Fiend, the Eater of Worlds, to my name is just Bray Wyatt, man. Like, this brother has had 40 different personality changes. Like, he's doing everything but wrestling. And then he takes a 1.5-year break. I don't know what's going on. I understand he had the baby. Congrats to him and everything that he has there. But it's hard to write a character like that. And actually, he's making this way more difficult than what it really has to be. I mean, just
wrestle.
Just wrestle. It's not, I mean, I won't say it's that hard, but like, it's get in there and wrestle. You don't have to have this overly complicated, super complex comeback story. I mean, that's cool. Don't get me wrong, but everything you do has to be overly complicated. Like, friggin', I don't know, Christopher Nolan directed your comeback for wrestling, man. Like, you just make it over more than what it has to be. Like,
and then
your entrance is 40 minutes long.
Let's really be honest too. The matches ain't really that hit. They don't really hit either.
They don't.
After Eater of Worlds, the Fiend matches, they all blow, bro. You can't name me one good Fiend match. There's the Seth Rollins Fiend match was horrible. The Roman Reigns Fiend match. The Braun Strowman Fiend match was horrible. Disgusting. If we talk about SummerSlam,
they're not, like, stuff he does is just not good. Like, even with the interactive WrestleMania match that they had during the pandemic era with John Cena, that's stupid. Like, this shit is so stupid, bro. Like, I mean, it was funny, it was creative, but
unless you're going back to catching flies with the lantern and doing that, like, that was his prime.
Coming, my brother.
You're alive, John Cena.
You're alive, John Cena. Oh, you're that.
Unless you're doing that, everything else he's did after that has been hot garbage. Firefly Funhouse, it's all trash.
It's not even like it's trash, but it's like the buildup just leads to nothing. It's just all theatrics without the action, and it doesn't work because he's not doing anything.
Wrestling.
Just wrestle.
Sorry, Bray. Caught a stray.
What else?
All right. After that, let's go into the Intercontinental Championship with Gunther.
Why does brother smiling so hard, man?
Giovanni Vinci. Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig actually got a win. I was like, look at you, Ludwig.
Yeah, he was about to get his ass beat if he didn't.
It's like you actually got a win.
I was scared for him. Hey, Gunther looks like he do not play.
So we saw the return of Drew McIntyre at Money in the Bank. He's challenged Gunther. Gunther accepted. So we seen them kind of. They had a tag team match with him and Riddle versus Imperium, and then Kaiser and him, and so all this is leading up to the championship match. In no way, shape, or form, it looks like Gunther's ready to drop this title. He's like some days away from beating Honky Tonk Man for holding the championship. For some reason, in this era of Triple H, they like setting belt records. So I don't see them not him setting a belt record. They on this modern day longest reigning streak for everybody right now. So I don't see Gunther dropping the title.
I wish I could safely say I don't see Gunther dropping the title, but I think Drew comes off on top, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think this match is going to be brutal. I think this match is going to be at least a 4-star.
Ooh, you picking Drew?
I think I'm picking Drew. This is just 100% gut feeling. I'm picking Drew. I think Gunther doesn't need to hold this belt for another. It doesn't have to be a Roman Reigns kind of 1,000 days kind of thing, because he's had it for how long has he had this championship belt for?
He's had it for a while.
Has it been over a year?
Possibly. I think it's only 2 people ahead of him. It's like Honky Tonk Man and somebody else.
Yeah, I understand that IC is the workman's title, and I think that Drew McIntyre does not need it. No. It would do more will with
he just beat Macho Man.
He beat the Macho Man?
Yeah, he just passed Macho Man. So 4 days ago, he was at 414.
414?
Yep. So he's got one guy ahead of him at 424, and then Honky Tonk Man at 453.
I feel like you need to be Honky Tonk Man, so I'll put that in.
I changed my answer.
But there's not a lot of people.
You gotta beat the honk.
You gotta beat the honk. There's not a lot of people I just see Gunther just squashing. And with everything with Drew McIntyre and the restructure of his contract, I kind of don't want to bring that up, but I think this is the right time to do it. I'm actually going Drew McIntyre with this one. But I think this match brutal. I think it's just going to be flat out brutal. There's no special stipulation to it. So, I mean, Gunther does have the rest of Imperium at his corner. You know, he used him at will.
Could you see Gunther retaining and then they spreading this out for a couple more months?
That's a possibility, but like I mean, you know me, I just go with gut feelings, and if the time isn't now to do it, and they don't have to, there's no game for them, but like if it isn't going to be now, then I don't see it happening no time soon, because who else in the IC realm can actually put a challenge to Gunther?
Here's my booking in my head, but it don't fit for my prediction.
Okay.
So let's say Drew wins the title eventually.
Okay.
Gunther goes on to him and Seth in the heavyweight kind of situation. So Gunther Gunther gets elevated to heavyweight title contender,
which is a
and
possibility.
then you stretch out Drew's title reign, give him some people to beat up all the way through, and then him and Sheamus get the match that they want, which is Sheamus and Drew for the IC title at WrestleMania.
I don't hate it. It don't suck. I that could work with this scenario. I think that, yeah, like I'm saying, I the one thing is I don't think Gunther is done with this, because he has, like he's mentioned before, he has brought prestige back to this. Not that it was really missing, but like no one in the modern era, no one in the modern era has done this. Like even within the last 10, I mean, shit, you heard it just now. No one has.
And I actually enjoy his matches too, which is crazy. I like a Gunther match.
I like a Gunther match.
It don't suck.
It don't suck. He is good. He's as good as they say he was when I first heard about him. I wasn't watching his matches. He does have it. This one's just 100% straight up feels. But if he does drop this and Drew McIntyre does elevate, does go on, I see Gunther being elevated to, I'm not gonna call him mid card. I just see him elevating into something bigger and better. I mean, everyone knows what Gunther can do.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's the right time. I mean, it's all about what WWE.
I think he goes. Like, I think Gunther goes over. Gunther goes over, but the rivalry continues. Because you don't bring Drew back for a one-off. To me, he had him on the shelf. He needed some time. Triple H said that all the rumors about Drew being mad and all this other stuff wasn't true. He's supposed to say that, I guess. But you don't bring Drew back after WrestleMania just to have a one-off for the IC title. I would think.
Right.
You got to build him a program. And I think Gunther is a program to have with him. Maybe Survivor Series, they finally drop the title off of Gunther, and then Drew takes it.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm totally fine with that. Like, it doesn't have to happen. Off of 100%, I'm just going McIntyre, just off of mood. That's just me.
Okay. All right, next up. We got the world's heavyweight champion. Another thing I look forward to at SummerSlam.
I'm going to sing the god shit out of the song.
I look forward to that. I definitely look forward to that. It is Seth freaking Rollins, the world heavyweight champion, versus Finn Balor of the Judgment Day. Now, if you haven't been paying attention, the Judgment Day has been doing all the heavy lifting for WWE. I mean
the heaviest of lifting.
Dominic is the North American champion. Rhea is the women's world heavyweight champion. What's my man name? Senior
Damian
Money
Priest.
in the Bank. Damian Priest. He got the money in the bank. The only person that ain't carrying something is Finn. And they built this program off of 7 years of scars for Finn Balor, recognizing that his career has not taken off, realizing that Seth Rollins has had the career that he's won ever since he won the very first Universal Championship, and his career has not taken off because of Seth Rollins. I love the run-ins, the beat-downs, everything about. I want to see this match. I want to see it because, as I said it before, and when we did Gunther and Drew, it don't match up with what I think, because what I think happens here. You gotta give it to Finn.
Finn is walking out of this.
You gotta give it to Finn, bro.
Finn is walking out of this arena with that. I mean, this is literally a full circle thing. This is 100% full circle.
You got
This is full
to.
circle. Finn is walking out of here with the World Heavyweight Championship.
It helps the storyline with him and Damian, with the Money in the Bank and the World Heavyweight Champion being in the same faction together. Seth can chase. Seth's a good chaser. He's a good champion and he's a good chaser.
Not needed. He's not needed.
Okay, we gave you your rub, bro. Like, we know you the man. This Judgment Day thing is hot right now. And for them to go at it, like, you get your rubber match, like, and then is Damian gonna cash in on his own dude? Like, it's just so many things that can go in. And you got a whole faction. There's no way you should lose when you got a faction behind you. Like, Finn has to go over.
I have Finn going over. Finn has to go over. The Judgment Day is televised Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. They are damn near about to be on Wednesdays on AEW. I mean, the Judgment Day is the modern day. What was the Undertaker's group? Ministry of Darkness. They are so good. Like, it took them a while to get their footing, but they still remind me of bad guys from Pokemon. But this how they move. They just got the bandanas. It's just all this kind of corny stuff.
Correct. Dominic wants to fight.
I mean, seriously, thank them for Dominic. I mean, it made Dominic cold. I mean, he got out of his father's shadow, but he still kept the name. Somebody, I don't know if you said this, but somebody on Twitter said using both his daddy's finishers, Frog Splash and the 619. I didn't even think about it like that. I did not even think about it like that, man.
Yeah, the mullet is mullet.
The mullet is mullet, man. He's definitely 98 Guerrero, man. Dominic gonna be somebody. Dominic gonna be somebody in the future. Like,
I just watched. I watched a little bit. I watched the first half of the Cody Rhodes documentary, and the first part he was talking about you got it. Like, people recognize that you are your father's son, but the first thing you need to do is get out of his shadows and see them for you. And Dominic did that quick.
Immediately.
Like, nobody sees him as Rey Mysterio's son.
But I forget that they're on the same damn program.
And I didn't even think the rub Rey gave him was that good either. But that people really got into that story leading up to WrestleMania.
Really?
Him and his dad. To me, it was like, I don't know. I wasn't fully believing it. You know what I'm saying? But people really hate this dude, and they love to hate him. And he is his own dude.
I love Dominic. You know what would ever really set Dominic up? If they brought back Vicky Guerrero. Oh, my God. And they let that be his new mom? Oh, my God. You talk about heat. That place will melt down in heat. Dom is a phenomenal wrestler.
I don't know about phenomenal, but
he's phenomenal. He's
a good
phenomenal for a year 4. I think he can sell. He knows what it takes. It's obviously getting a reaction. I think he's phenomenal. I mean, he's no Seth freaking Rollins, but like, I think he's better than what I was going to give him credit for. I mean, hell, he's been around the business since he was a kid, literally on TV, man. I mean, I've never seen an arc like this.
I just want to get him out of the wrestle type of the when he be like, no, like all that stuff. Like, just I want you to get out of that and just get into just stomping people out and just like find some aggression when you wrestle.
You know who did that too? But he also had a little aggression. Edge did that same thing. He's playing heel so well, and people hate him, and he's finding ways to win. I love the sneaky guys like that, but I do wish one thing that Edge does do that Dom doesn't, and maybe he will incorporate it eventually. Edge still have a little aggression in him, and he'll find a way. But like, I do want him to incorporate a little bit more Eddie Guerrero stuff. I kind of want to do like maybe they will in the future. I mean, this is still extremely early in his career, but like the cheating to win kind of thing, I mean, I think people would allow that. Dom has something really going on for him. The Judgment Day within itself has something going on for them because Rhea Ripley was always going to shine. At one point, Rhea Ripley was the best man in the group. And Damian Priest, perfect. Yeah. Damian Priest had nothing going for him. Dominic was going to SL. Finn Balor was Finn Balor. That's the Prince. You know, he always got something going on. But Damian Priest really came out of his shell, man. Like he's found a way to be a real heel without doing what traditional heels do. Just acknowledging that he is 100% not in the in-between phase. He is 100% a bad guy. I love the snow. I mean, not snow. I love the slow talking. I love the deep voice. I love he just want to bash people, man. Like he just killing it, man.
Yeah,
like
I was never a Damian. I was never a Damian Priest guy. But after the Bad Bunny match, which should have main evented, it was like, okay, I see you, Damian. I see you. He sells greatly. Like he's a great seller. He has good ring psychology. To me, he just always been goofy. Like just like when the beat dropped, like come on, Damian, stop doing that. He just been real goofy to me, but like he is leaning into his bad guyness, and he is catching up.
He's catching his speed. I mean, it reminds me of the New Day. I mean, you remember how everyone treated the New Day, including myself, at the very beginning. But it is taking them a moment for everyone to catch their speed and finding what works for them as a group and as members of said group. Mm-hmm. That's difficult to do.
Okay. So we both got Finn going over here.
I have Finn going over. That's going to be. I mean, he has everyone in this corner too. I would be wildly shocked if Damian Priest catches it on Finn right then and there for him to just keep losing championships.
It's such good TV. Finn wins,
but it's great,
and he's fucked up, and then Damian's like, "Should I celebrate or should I cash in on you?" Like, it's just good TV.
Yeah, that's great. And I hope he does cash in on him. Like when they eventually want to kick him out, because Finn by himself, Finn was a great face too. I think he's a better face than he is a heel, but I'm enjoying this work as a heel, as part of the Judgment Day. I am, but he doesn't need it. So Damian wouldn't need that, but they're not going to put the strap on Damian that quick.
Yeah, that's going to be a failed cash in.
You think it's going to be a failed cash in?
Most definitely.
Really? I don't.
Most
I
definitely.
think it's going to work.
I think the long game was the short game. I would have loved LA Knight with the briefcase just for the aesthetic to say LA Knight was Mr. Money in the Bank. But the long game paints it for Damian and Finn to go into WrestleMania or to go into some bigger pay-per-view, Royal Rumble or something like that, to go against each other in a situation for the eventual, fracture of Judgment Day. So the long-term booking is there. They just got to pull the trigger and put the strap on Finn. But Finn, Damian Priest as World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah. I'm not going that far.
I couldn't disagree with you more. I think this will be because this is also a benefit of having two championships, so he can cash in with whoever he wants. But this one right here is absolutely 100% more believable.
That'd be worse than Jack Swagger being World Heavyweight Champion.
But they can do that though. I told you before, Priest has something. I mean, not right now. They won't do it at SummerSlam. I think it will be interesting to see just for because we'll be there and it'll be like just for more wow moments. But I don't see a plan for that. So I don't.
Some people just shouldn't cash in, bro. I don't think you should.
But I love that though, man. I mean, everyone thought LA Knight was going to win. I didn't even think LA Knight was going to win. It just didn't make sense at the time, man. But I also love when people do stuff that's completely go off track. But when you go off track, that does involve a little effort from the writers to sit there, take time. And I know time is kind of something that you don't have, but you have to nurture this. You have to take time and really plan out what you're going to do for these next episodes because you have to write for this. And it has to be at least mid at best. It can't be crap. Like it cannot be crap. But you're gonna have to put your thinking hats on. You're gonna have to figure this one out. This one isn't going to have to write itself, but it's going to be good. And wrestling is pretty good lately. I can't even wrestling has been good lately.
And to me, like, if Finn loses, what do you do with Finn after that? like this is his second match. There's no trilogy here. Like, you can't do nothing with Finn after that. Like, you got to drop him down.
He has to win. Finn is winning.
He has to win. And then two, they lost the tag team match at the end of Raw. Like you gonna have Seth beat him on Raw and beat him on the pay-per-view? Like, come on, man. That's a lot of losing. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. To me, that made me feel like if Judgment Day would have won that one, I was like, okay, that was we won because y'all not gonna win on Saturday. But they lost.
Yeah,
they gotta win.
That's the rule too. That's the rule.
You gotta do it.
You have a hot Monday. You have a hot Monday. You're gonna have a cold Saturday.
Man. All right, next up. I'm surprised that you're not excited for this match.
I'm excited for this match if something happens.
Like a cash-in.
A cash-in. To make it a fatal four-way, not at the end of the match.
I don't think that's going to happen.
That's the only way I'll care about this.
But it's Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, and Asuka in a triple threat.
Good match. Asuka wins. Charlotte has 13,000 championships. Bianca is clean off of her over a year championship run. Asuka has had the belt not that long, but Asuka is Asuka. The time is not to let. No, the time is not to take the title off of. I won't give it to any of them. I'll just have Asuka keep it or have Io cash in the middle of the match.
Yeah, Asuka's gonna keep it.
Yeah,
so you can set up Asuka and Io eventually.
If it was one or the other, I would probably. I'm not a big. Depending on who the triple threat is, I'm not a big triple threat guy. I think it's like everything's like a dance, and like threes can be crowded. You know, like if it's Charlotte and Asuka, I would love to watch that. If it's Asuka and Bianca, I would love to watch that. If it's Charlotte and Bianca, I would love to watch that. Like this can go a whole bunch of ways. I don't like those three. It just seems like it's just OP. So it's going to be good. It's not going to suck. But it just
Asuka with the miss for the win.
Yeah, but I actually think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a cash in the middle of it. I think it's going to turn into a fatal four-way.
Ooh, no.
No,
I understand it.
I'll be excited. Now, fatal four-way, that's different from a triple threat. I care more about fatal four-way than I care with a triple threat. With a fatal four-way, now I'm really going for Io Sky. She's never had it. And that would be really interesting to see Io Sky and Asuka go at it for a couple months because those will be phenomenal matches.
That will be.
Every woman in here can wrestle. There's no doubt about that. You got to knock one out, then you got to do a little chain wrestling here, then you got to knock another one out, and then I'm not a fan of it, man. Like anything can just kind of go. I don't like that. Bringing Io Sky in just it adds something extra to it. It really does.
It's gonna be like Asuka kicks Charlotte in the head. Charlotte gets KOD. Asuka miss Bianca, and then Asuka pin Charlotte. It's gonna be something like that.
Oh yeah, she's gonna do that little miss stuff and mess.
She's gonna pin off of somebody's trauma. Because she don't have a finisher. She got a submission. And I don't see neither one of them tapping. Yeah. Charlotte and Bianca ain't tapping.
Yeah, Bianca not tapping. Charlotte not tapping. I thought she had a finisher.
I don't remember if she do.
I think you're right. I think she does have a finisher. I really can't remember. Another thing too, this they really messed up this Oscar repackaging thing too. It's the same person.
It's the same person.
It's the same person.
It's the same person with worse music.
Music is worse.
She wear mom clothes every day.
I know that shit's heavy. I know that shit is heavy walking to the
You can't wear jean shorts or jean shirts with a jean coat every day. Okay.
The thong on top of all of that. Not a fan, man. Like I actually hate her ring attire.
I hate
but that's all I hate about her ring attire and her makeup, like her whole gimmick, is that stuff is sweet. But she didn't change nothing. She wasn't more vicious. I mean, she's literally smiling. I don't know who's the heel and who's the face. I don't know. Like, look at this. Like, this can go anywhere, man. Like,
I don't know who's the heel and who's the face.
I don't know. Like,
that's true.
And Charlotte should never be a good guy. Charlotte should never be a baby face.
Do you want a Bianca heel turn? I'm not saying now, but eventually.
No. I can't have.
Because we said this before. I asked you that. You said no because you didn't want them to make her super ghetto.
Yeah, that's my fear. I mean, one writer already quit because how she had to write Bianca. I mean, WWE has a race problem. Like the Imperium are glorified. They're just Nazis. I mean, they're just Nazi leaders. I'm not. It will be interesting. Yeah, I mean, I would like to see it. I'm sure they're going to do it, but they have to take the braid out. Kind of how Bailey took the ponytail off. My heart.
What?
I mean, she's gonna go heel. You got to go full heel. I mean, you got to change everything.
Against the wall. No, you can't take
I mean, this is just.
If they make the new nigga faction with Bobby Lashley, the Street Profits, and her.
I'm with that. I'm with that.
All right, next up. So what? We both got Oscar going over, right?
Yeah, I got Oscar going over. If it's a cash in, I have Io Sky.
Brock Cody 3.
I love Cody Rhodes so much.
Brock Cody 3.
That's my favorite black wrestler.
You know, there's a picture of Cody Rhodes when Martin Luther King and Malcolm X shook hands, and Cody Rhodes in the background.
Yeah, it's in my Twitter profile. Matter of fact, let me go to that thing right now.
I was like, oh my God, bro, that is so funny.
No.
Cody Rhodes.
Brother, I was looking for Twitter. I forgot that Twitter is X.
Yeah, it's X now. Yeah, I thought that was. I said this. Y'all done went too far. Y'all done went too far to put this man on this board.
That's a proud black man, bro. That's a proud black man. That is a proud black man, bro.
Cody Brock 3. Do we want this?
I'll take anything, Cody Rhodes. I'll take anything, Brock Lesnar. Let me tell you. For SummerSlam purposes, you need a big match like this. I mean, Brock Lesnar is kind of Mr. SummerSlam, and all of his best work is at SummerSlam. He's back at his heel stuff. That ponytail is amazing. It's David and Goliath. I mean, what better roadblock for Cody Rhodes than Brock Lesnar? I mean, like, yes, he's gonna have to get. This is part of the story that you got to go through, man. You can slay the beast. I was shocked that he won the first one, actually. So it's one up. This one's going to close the show. I mean, not close the show, but close the story. Obviously, I got Cody Rhodes. I really don't know how to.
I want Brock to beat the crap out of him.
Why are you doing this?
I love Cody, but I don't know. I just ain't feeling it no more. I don't know if I have Cody fatigue. I don't know.
How do you have Cody fatigue?
Too good. It's just too goody two shoes. And I just want Brock Lesnar to fake break his arm again.
He's too goody two shoes?
Yeah.
I can disagree more. I think he's the appropriate amount. Nah, he is there. This is the guy. Cody Rhodes is the guy.
He's the guy. I don't know, bro. I don't connect with him. I guess he's not my guy. Seth is more my speed of face right now. The overly polished, always down for a fight Cody Rhodes. Golly gee willikers from my daddy.
That's true, but he also there's a right amount of that. Like it's all of that what you said is correct, but it's not like a soldier or a good old boys kind of thing where he always just has to do the right thing. I don't get that from Cody Rhodes. I understand that's his gimmick. I don't think he's gonna like cheat to win or anything, but like Cody Rhodes, he does have like a little rough side, man. Like he that's his thing. Like he just gonna fight. And he said, I just feel like fighting, and that's all his thing. If he lose, but he gonna get back up. He gonna keep fighting. I respect that.
I want to see what they do to make Brock Lesnar lose this match, because Brock Lesnar has kicked out of everything. And you gonna tell me a couple crossroads is gonna take him out?
No. Actually, when I was just talking about him being a good old boy and everything, I think it's gonna take something absolutely dirty to beat Brock Lesnar this time.
Man, you gotta kick him in the balls. Like you gotta six road, whatever it is. You need an exposed turnbuckle. Let
me tell you this.
You need it all, man.
I put it like this.
Because Brock don't sell.
I got Cody Rhodes going over, but I got Cody Rhodes going over unclean. I don't think it's going to be clean. To your point,
the golden boy. He's not going to do that.
I think he is because it got personal. It's not a wrestling match anymore. Like this guy, oh my God, he's definitely going to do it.
Low blow, chair shot.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen, bro.
How else are you going to have this mammoth be on the mat for 3 seconds clean, knocked out?
It's not going to happen. It's not going to be believable.
But they're not. He's not beating Cody Rhodes. They're not going to have him do that.
They already used the roll up. They already used the Kimura roll up on the first one. The second one is how this match is supposed to go. Back and forth, exposed turnbuckle, give him a chance. Brock's bleeding like a stuffed pig. But at the end of the day, you go down. That's what's supposed to happen. You lose because it's Brock Lesnar. You can crossroads me to hell, bro. I done took 85 spears, 60 choke slams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know how many finishers this dude done kicked out of? And you telling me the crossroads is going to beat Brock Lesnar? No.
It's going to take.
He need permission to RKO people. He need to ask Randy permission for the RKO on this one.
He got the Cody Cutter. Bro.
Oh, the Cody Cutter.
The Cody Cutter.
I swear, if he disaster kicked Brock Lesnar, I would be so pissed. Get this out of here.
I want to see him do the gold dust thing. He go to the rope, fall to the back, and slap him across the face. It's my favorite. It's my favorite Cody move of all time. You knew I love me some Stardust back then. I don't care what nobody say.
Oh man.
But no seriousness, I have Cody going over unclean. it's going to take a colossal amount of, like, to your point, it's going to take a colossal amount of
Then you setting up a fourth
crossroads.
match. You setting up a fourth.
Nah,
Brock ain't gonna be like you beat like, so you gonna beat me dirty?
They gotta,
and I'm gonna go away.
But that's
it has to be clean.
He has to beat the crap out of him. He has to find a way to beat the crap out of him. He has to.
It's not gonna be believable. I'm gonna text you, and I'll be like, that wasn't believable.
No, don't text me. Find me. I'll be there. Dre.
So
I guarantee I will be there.
Oh my God. Okay. So we both got Cody going over, but not believable.
I have Cody going over. I have it not clean, but you kind of talked me out of that one. It kind of has to be clean in some way, shape, or form. Cody Rhodes has to beat the crap out of Brock Lesnar. He has to beat the crap. I don't know how he's going to do it. He just has to. This match has to be long. It has to. It has to be long, and it has to be brutal. And I need blood. I mean, Cody Rhodes has to go to war. This right here will kind of catapult him to a level where he needs to be to fight Roman Reigns again for some reason. It has to be believable.
Next up. Sorry, I threw up in my mouth a little bit. We got Shayna Baszler.
Whoa. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Ronda Rousey in an MMA rules match.
What does that mean?
You're going to have some little ass gloves on. And I don't know. Maybe they're going rounds of 3.
What does that mean? All right, I guess we can kind of speed through this one. I don't mean to disrespect them, but I got Ronda Rousey over Shayna Baszler. I've always been a big proponent of Shayna Baszler, though. I think they just can't write her right. I'm really upset that this has a match and Monica doesn't have a match. I'm upset that I probably won't see Dominic. I don't want to disrespect them, but like I'm for real. Like no one asked for this. I think the Ronda Rousey thing, they got to do something different with her. I think it's
listen. The best promo work they've ever done was them vignettes with them two. That's the most I've ever seen from Rousey since she's been here. It was decent. You know, you could tell they really love each other. They friends. They was talking. I was like, listen, look at Ronda acting. Look at Ronda. This is better than Expendables 3. She did her thing on those promos. And so did Shayna. I didn't even know Shayna could talk like that. But when I tell you, I'm going to be taking my kids to the bathroom on this match.
I'm not going to do that, but I mean, this will be the match to do it too. I don't like it, bro. Like, I'm mad that I'm not going to see Trish Stratus versus Becky Lynch. I mean, there's no.
Trying to rock and roll.
I would not be rocking and rolling. I don't get to hear the giggle, and you know how much I love Trish, man. Like I'm kind of bothered by this, bro. Like I don't know if I'm just jaded. I was walking up the door tomorrow like that. What? Oh,
it's time to rock and roll.
Yeah, man. Okay. It's here. I'm gonna cover it. I'm not gonna even go nobody.
Shayna's going over. Hopefully,
you got Shayna going over.
Yeah, Shayna's going over.
Oh, I got Ronda going over.
Is Ronda going over? Yeah, but she gonna put her friend over. Shayna's going over.
She probably will put her friend over. I do see that, but it's Ronda Rousey, so they don't make the decisions.
Yeah.
Shayna's the bad guy, and Ronda's the good guy.
No.
Ronda's a big
Shayna's the
name.
good guy. Shayna's the good guy in this match. Ronda's the bad guy.
No.
Which is crazy because Shayna's the one that screwed over Ronda. But I guarantee when Ronda comes out, she's going to get booed because that's what she does.
It don't take much from Ronda to get booed.
Shayna's going to get
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's Ronda freaking Rousey. Like, they need to figure out a better way to book her.
They don't. Future endeavor. They won't do it because she's a Triple H guy. Girl.
I have Ronda.
I got Shayna.
There's
too much time on this.
All right.
Acknowledge him. Your tribal chief is putting the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship on the line, as well as the chiefness of the tribe, the tribals of the chief, the duties of a chief that from a tribe. That's all on the line against Jey Uso, Lil J.
Okay. Man, that's so disrespectful to sit there and call that grown man Little J to his face. I mean, I don't even understand how you didn't even pop him right then and there. Gimmick or no gimmick. You ain't gonna call me a Little J in front of 20,000 people, man. Think you gonna walk out of here the same way you walked in? Nah. Not gonna be able to do it. It will be a work of God for Jey Uso to walk out of here with the Universal Championship. I will pop so hard. But he isn't. It doesn't make sense at this time. I actually prefer this match to be held at WrestleMania. And if it were to be held at WrestleMania, I would have preferred if Jey Uso beat Roman Reigns, because that's how you close the story. But since they're not doing that and they're doing the exact same thing they did last year, I have Roman Reigns going over.
Roman's not losing it to Jey Uso as much as everybody wants it to happen.
I want it to happen too. I think Jey Uso will be the right person to beat Roman, but if they're doing it right here, right now, it's not going to work.
It's not going to happen at SummerSlam.
It's not going to. Yeah, if there ever was an opportunity, let me ask you this: Would you take this match at WrestleMania and be okay with that as your main event?
Yeah, because I told you I got Cody fatigue. I know everybody's waiting on Cody, and now
I don't want to see Cody.
All this Rock stuff is coming up.
Yeah, I can see that too. I don't want to see Cody, and I don't want to see. I hate when they do that. I hate when they do back-to-back main events. They started that with John Cena and they started that with Undertaker. It wasn't a main event, but they started that with Undertaker and Michaels, then Undertaker and Michaels, then Undertaker and Triple H, then Undertaker and Triple H again. Then Rock and Cena, then Rock and Cena. They do this back-to-back thing, and I hate that, bro. Like, they literally called it once in a lifetime and did it the very next year. You know how much that pissed me off? That pissed me off. What the hell do you get off telling me this is once in a lifetime and do it a calendar year later? I'm not looking at this.
Just like Brock and Roman, the greatest WrestleMania match of all time. They was building that.
No, that was
that Orton and Edge.
Yeah, that was Orton and Edge.
What was Brock and Roman? What was theirs? It was like the greatest championship match of all time or something. They was building that up as.
I don't remember. But
it was 10 minutes of the same stuff we saw.
Yeah, this.
Lil J not going over.
Lil J's not going over. I would love. I mean, I will be happily wrong with this one. I think that would just throw everything off. If Lil J I'm gonna keep calling him Lil J because it's funny. I would happily take an L on this one. Lil J walks out of here in some way, shape, or form with this championship belt. I don't see it happening, but I would love to see it.
Here's why I think it's not going to happen. Here's where they took it. Here's where they took it from me that it was even plausible of Jay winning this. The next week when he came out, And when Roman came out, this dude is in the corner like this. Like, not even looking at him. And then cuts the promo and goes, I didn't even want this, Oos. You the tribal chief. I didn't want to be the guy. But since you got Jimmy, I got to get you.
I like that, though. I look at that differently than you do. I like that.
He didn't even want it. He don't want it.
But to good leaders aren't the ones who want to be leading initially at the first point. That's usually how these things goes. Like people who actually good leaders are usually just made from people who have experience, like Jay will have experience here, and to see how goes, to see how it goes to have a better future for, well, I guess his tribe, his family, or whatever. Roman put that on himself. I think it would have worked if Jay was. I don't obviously like we said. I'm gonna put that out there. Jay is not winning, but if all of this happened at WrestleMania, I would take that.
It would be more believable. Yeah,
it would be more believable. It's the only
would you
thing.
Take Jey Uso? Let's say Jey Uso wins the title. Would you take Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania?
I would take a triple threat then.
You hate triple threats.
I hate triple threats, but because Jay.
You can't do it without Roman.
Jay, you can't, but Jay will be the only one I will accept to dethrone Roman because it works in their stuff with everything that Jay went through. At the very beginning of this Roman stuff, the very next week, it was Jey Uso who was right there with him. And Jey Uso, he had to beat Jey Uso into line, fall in line, go through this 3-year soliloquy of everything they went through, fell out of it, finally got enough balls to stand up because they've been for the last 6 months, they've been on the line of Jay was too scared to get out of that. And now he has an opportunity to face his fears. And I mean, it writes itself, bro. Like that shit was so good.
It does, bro. I don't want to go back to WrestleMania.
However,
what?
I'll take that back. I will take this match at WrestleMania, even if it's the same way. Even if they fight now, Jay loses, and then Jay comes back, wins the Royal Rumble, because it's random, and I think Royal Rumble should be random, like just have random people winning. Jey Uso wins and comes back and fight Roman Reigns again. I will be okay with that. Roman really doesn't. From here to WrestleMania, Roman probably has to have maybe two more actual.
Yeah.
Undisputed.
I don't think he's advertised. Yeah, he's not advertised for the next couple.
Yeah, anyway, there's no point. Like unless they're going out of seas and probably Survivor Series. He'll wrestle at Survivor Series because that's a big one in Chicago, and he doesn't have to wrestle at Payback. He doesn't have to wrestle at some other stuff. Probably another. Yeah, I see Survivor Series. And I see Royal Rumble, perhaps. Maybe one more, and maybe another 3. Maybe one more in between that. Maybe not. Maybe just another 2. I will take this match again, even though they just had it. I will take this match again.
Here's my booking.
That's why. Huh?
Here's my booking.
Okay. But real quick, I will take this match, even if Cody Rhodes does find his way in this match. So I will take Cody Rhodes versus Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns. That's the main event. I'll just finish with that. I will take that.
Okay. I think Jay's not winning. I think it's a whole Sami Zayn thing, right? Sami was white hot. Got a pay-per-view in my home country. You're not going over because Roman's holding the belt. Jay, nice story. You're not going over. Because my whole thing was when Cody lost, is the dude is the tribal, like he has multiple people that can interfere for him. Until you strip all that away, he's unbeatable. So Roman and Jay, Roman's going to beat Jay. I don't know if Solo can interfere or not with tribal combat or whatever.
That's the rule. I'm hearing that on the internet. That's the rule that he can't interfere. Like family within themselves, not
or
supposed
Paul,
to interfere.
Whatever, something. Jimmy gets healed. He tries to help his brother, accidentally super kicks his own brother, something like that. I think them winning the tag team match at Money in the Bank was the apex of the Usos beating Roman. Roman's not dropping the strap. So then you go into Usos trying to get Solo to come to them because Roman's not going to be on TV after this. So it's going to be the Usos versus Solo and Paul Heyman trying to get Solo to come to their side or whatever, something like that. Will it come to Roman versus Solo in between now and then? I'm not sure. But at the end of the day, there's going to be a series of events that happen to where the only person that's by Roman's side is Paul Heyman when it comes to Cody winning the Royal Rumble. And it's going to be Roman and Cody again. And there's going to be nobody to interfere for Roman. All the chips are going to be stacked against him. He's got no family. He's got nobody to come out with him. And then Cody finally gets over. That's my long-term booking. Unfortunately, Sammy doesn't win the title. Jimmy doesn't win the title. Jay doesn't win the title. Solo doesn't win the title. It's all roads points towards Cody. No pun intended.
I like all of that, but I will to my point. Everything needs to happen. I would, after this program, I would somehow deviate the Usos away from this. I think that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are going to lose the titles sometime soon. That allows the Usos to go back for their titles freely the way they are. I want the Usos kind of away from Roman. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I want Roman.
They teasing Solo every time he got the little thing. Solo looking at it.
Yeah, I like everything you said. But at that main event, in some way, shape, or form, I want Jay in there. I will take that as a triple threat. I think Cody Rhodes needs to be there because he did his story. I think Jay needs to be there because metaphorically he did his story as well. That book is going to close in some way, shape, or form. But we just don't know how it's going to close. Who's going to walk away with it? I think that'll make WrestleMania very interesting, and that itself is worth the ticket.
Yeah, I like long term. After everything's stripped away from Roman, is there another angle that you can pay for humble Roman that try to get his family back, kind of like a Shield reunion in spurts, like a Bloodline reunion in spurts? I see that. But you got to rip it all away for him to lose. So
I believe that.
Sammy's gone, Jimmy's gone, Jay's gone, Solo got to go. By the time we get to WrestleMania, the only person that I could see still sticking by him is Paul. But that's not going to be enough interference for Cody to lose.
Yeah, I see Paul the only one. Paul is like what if he's the one that's orchestrating all of this? It's kind of like Paul is like the symbiote, and Roman Reigns is like Spider-Man. As funny as that metaphor is, but like I think that because you remember when Spider-Man wore that symbiote suit, he got more and more. He was just dark, and that's how I see Roman Reigns. It's because of Paul. Now I don't know if you remember when at the very beginning of all this, that's what Jay was telling. That's what Jay. I remember this too. It was on SmackDown. It was the next episode, I think.
You don't want me to come back. You don't want me to come back because that means you go.
Right. So, but Jay was telling him, man, watch out for him, man. Like he can get into your ear and everything. So, if executed well, this will go down. It probably already is, but this is going to go down. That's the greatest storyline in the history of professional wrestling.
It's going on year 4. So yeah. Yep.
So
it'll be going on because right? Technically, right now is year 3, right? When Roman came back, 2020 SummerSlam.
This is right.
For the
This right
WWE
here.
Championship. This would be
Because he came back at year 3.
Yep. This would be 3 straight years. Let him be a WWE champion.
Yeah, he came back 2020, SummerSlam 2020.
Yep.
New teeth and all.
Yep.
But yeah, just to put a cap on this, it's just I have Roman Reigns.
All right, we shall see. I'm gonna put this out, and that'll be it.
Got it.
Follow me on everything. Dre Rio on everything. Thanks, buddy, for the moniker. I appreciate it.
It's all yours. Same.
Do-rag Rio on everything.
No, just regular Rio. Rio on everything. It's just Rio on everything.
Do-rag Rio on everything.
I'm changing my handle every week. It's going to be Do-Rag Rio. I don't know what I'm going to do next week.
It'll be Cornrow Rio.
As you can see. I might have to.
Rio Iverson.
I'm just going to switch them out. I might do
Rio.
Infinity Rio.
Put your toys away.
Never.
All right.
CP3 Rio.
And then the recording.